Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Nollies and welcome back to Material Energy 5. Today is actually going to be the last episode. I'm going to make sure of it. I said last time that was going to be the last episode, and then everything took very long to do. I'm still not that close to getting either the Nether Stars or the compressed Cobblestone, but I'm working on it. I'm out here in the actual end. The base is right there, the main map, I guess, because I've been collecting endstone. I have been digging a lot of endstone because we need thorium, and that is the source of it. We'll need about 4.5 stacks. I say about, we need exactly 4.5 stacks, and I have this much on me currently from digging out this. I've done this once before, and I filled up my inventory as well, but we have a map. And I was really confused before. You can see we're actually on the map now. We're really close to that big X. And, you know, silly me, I thought, hey, I bet it's, you know, just a graphical X, not an actual, you know, X. So we're going to go down there. Let's turn our glider on and make sure we have... So, unfortunately... we get out of range of the base and we deload that chunk, which is not good because that's our propulsion. But we still have our staff of traveling, so let's try to very carefully come down here and land on this gigantic X, because there is actually stuff here. Alright, so it is a gigantic red X, and there is a chest with some epic rewards, a clock, a compass, and a potion of night vision. Keep looking for secrets. However, you didn't think that was going to be everything that's in here, right? But yeah, this is the giant X. That is what that map has been showing us the entire time. So let's get down here and... I believe, let's just dig to the side. This is ore and obsidianite block. Most of the Tinker's Alloy stuff is completely useless. But we have some shulker boxes, some rods of return, another staff of traveling, and another bag of holding. And then I think this, yeah, just goes into the void. I was already aware of this. This is something I found while exploring everything with the, you know, spectator mode, which, speaking of which, we still need to find 2 trophies and the petition. And yeah, I don't know where they're at quite yet. I'm probably going to jump into my test world, because I have another version of this map in a test world, so that we can potentially fly around spectator mode and try to find things. Let's go ahead. I wanted to show off getting this rod of return because it is super useful, and I don't see any secrets immediately. But what we're gonna do is turn our glider on and come up here. Now, I believe somewhere over here, unfortunately, I don't see anything that important, and I've been searching pretty hard for some of the stuff, but I do know that there is, and I know it's in it, but I figured I'd collect it regardless. There is somewhere around here, if we can find it. There's an angel block just kind of floating out over the void, which is always terrifying. That is another thing. I don't actually know that there's anything there. I've been digging around there. That's one of the other places I've been collecting endstone, but haven't really found much yet. So you can see where the map makers have destroyed big chunks of the end a little bit of a lag spike. Why this part is destroyed, I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah. There's probably more secrets out here that I'll never find. Let's be honest. There's always going to be more secrets. But we need to find at least the trophy and the petition. So I think, yeah, right here is the angel block. You can see it right there. Angel blocks are really cool because you can place them anywhere. But let's just kind of try to land on this. And you know what? Let's just drop right there. I have blocks. We are going to block up and over. And I would love to collect that angel block because it might be useful to have. But yeah, I don't know that there's any secrets. Actually, let's... Can we get a little bit closer? I know angel blocks used to be you punch them and they immediately go into your inventory, but they don't anymore. So there is a legendary reward in this, and that's it. So those are all of the secrets that I am aware of currently. So let's use the Rod of Return. And we return back here. Cool. By the way, I brought all the villagers back over here at some point. I've been digging in Summerhaven still. So it's changed a lot since last time you guys have seen it. Most of it is gone now. There is one thing I found. I found a chest. So there was a forge here. There was a chest behind the forge under a trap door. Had a bunch of ores. Kind of cool. I've been using the... then this is the other stuff that I found, which I think I've shown that off. But, yeah, compasses and clocks do not work in the end, so those are useless. I want to make sure that there's nothing in the shulker boxes. And I am going to use these... let's see. Sync with a telepad using shift right click. Alright, so can I just... Only, okay. So yeah, I'll have to figure out what a good way to use that is, but another bag of holding, which is empty. Another staff of traveling. I'm going to put the Rod of Return in there. The angel block is pretty cool. Is this got any uses? No? Okay. We got 6 epics and 1 legendary reward. I guess some endstone stuff. So we don't need the map anymore. That's kind of nice. I'll keep the Rod of Return, which seems to be all out of juice. Alright, so I guess it uses all of that in one use. That is unfortunate, but good to know. So, let's go ahead and open the 6 epic rewards. Another Summerhaven, another map. Everything else is kind of useless. Well, all of that stuff is actually useless. Legendary reward. Double compressed infinity block is kind of nice. And I believe all of these are empty. Yeah, would appear. So, yeah. At this point, I need to get a lot of thorium. So, to give you an idea of how much thorium I have, and I've been working a lot in the alchemy lab, one, I have all of the casings now, and I've been collecting cobblestone. So whenever we break down stone, or endstone even, we get silicon dioxide that I've been converting into cobblestone. So that is cool, I guess. So we're going to need a bunch of these fusion casings. And I don't remember exactly how many we need for the actual construction, but we need 6 times 3 ingots of thorium, which is 4.5 stacks, and we have 35. So I have a lot of work to do with that. And then once we have that, we can make the fusion reactor, or fusion chamber, whatever, I don't know what to call it, and we can get some work done. So I am going to spend the rest of my life working on dissolving Endstone, which, by the way, to get thorium from Endstone, it's a 0.5%. It's a 0.5%. So we had 35. From 2 stacks, we still have 35. So I'm going to just go destroy the end, dig out so much Endstone, process it all, and hopefully when I return in the next year or two, I will be able to put the fusion chamber together. And then we can make Nether Stars. Now, I should make note, there is down underneath everything, the bedrock box does have some Nether Stars in it, but I don't believe the Staff of Traveling allows you to go through bedrock. So, that's unfortunate. But that would be a way to get, like, it spells out LOL. It has some dead bushes in it as well. It would be a way to get some Nether Stars for free, but it's not going to happen. So, I'm going to go dig a bunch, and yeah, it's going to take me some time. So, I will be back once I have everything together to make the fusion chamber. Alright, so that did not take that long. I was averaging about a stack of thorium for every mining run that I went, filling up all of these bags of holding, plus my inventory, minus whatever ores we got. And here is the 4.5 stacks of thorium that we need. So we can turn that into the ingots. And I really hope my math is correct. If not, it's going to be awful. But it should be 18. And then we should be able to make 3 fusion cores. And that should be everything we need. Now the question is, where do we put this? It is a 5x5 structure, which is quite large. So I guess let's just break the light. We do need to be careful, I believe. Yeah, we are in a plains biome up here because we're actually right above the spatial storage area. So let's just see what we can get into. We can always move. Let's get some conduits. And I have a few ender conduits, so if need be, I can always move things back, and I think I have some more enhanced. And if not, I can make more. So, you know what, let's actually just move this stuff. Okay, we don't need the atomizer. That is definitely not something that is too important. But let's just break off all of this. And let's place this right here. So let's do 1. Let's go from there. So a 5x5. And in the center is where the fusion cores go. And we can't put it there because we can't break these blocks. Never mind. Oops. So, this is why it's really annoying that I can't break blocks. And I was trying to find out some information. And one of the things that I kind of discovered is the map maker also kind of dislikes that. So it's not just me. How do we want to do this? So this is a dimensional transceiver. We can move that wherever we want. But I don't think we need to worry about that too much. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can put it right here. That is going to be good enough. And we'll get things kind of situated. Does mean I'm going to have to move this sign. Not a problem. Because this is where the fusion controller is going to go. And invalid multi-block, of course. We knew that. So 1, 2, and I hope I'm doing this correctly. And let's just go ahead and grab the cores. 1, 2, 3. Now, if what I read is correct, we can actually put torches in this. Not a problem. Just put one there for symmetry's sake. And should be a 5x5. And we should have, I think, exactly enough of these. If not, 2 extra. Okay, that sounds about right. So are you on? You are. So we need power. We need to run power to this guy. And let's just normal energy conduits. These are all just normal energy conduits. I just have this one having a power buffer. Okay, so let's run more of these over here. Actually, let's make this a little bit nicer. And I just want to make sure that this works. So, while I was working on various things, I went ahead and looked into some information that is pretty important. I now know where the last trophies and the petition is. So in trying to figure that out, one thing that kind of happened was I went and watched the live stream of the map creator, Greninja. I don't remember the last part of their name, but let's just replace all of these. And we're going to grab another item buffer, or rather power buffer. And I know I have more enhanced the the energetic alloy, so that we can make more of these if need be. And so let's just get this going. We just need a little bit more, and then we can put a power buffer right here. This should start getting power, and it's already filled up. I'm hoping that it's not too terrible to get what we need, but there we go. Plenty of power cables. So there we go. Power should be hooked up, and it should kind of consistently... okay, so that is completely drained. How about you? You are not. So I think this might just be a sightedness thing. And if I put that to none, is this using power constantly? I hope not. So let's test it out, and then I'm going to make everything off camera. This is all the stone I've been collecting. I will make everything off camera while I'm doing things. So I've been trying to get some more. So we have, let's start from the beginning. We have the titanium. If we change this, and I'm going to, oops, let's get this like so. It made a little bit of titanium. That is actually not a problem. 4 ingots is a stack. So I think I have another stack in here already. So I have all the titanium that we're going to need in here, which should be 17 plus the 1 that's in there. So yeah, we can also start adding all the hydrogen as we choose to. And I'll probably put some extract upgrades on this. Now, the other things that we're going to need is the luteum, dysprosium, and mendelvium. This one is awful, but there is a lot of combinations we can use, including neodymium, which is something we have quite a bit of, and carbon, which is also something we have quite a bit of. So what we can do is just combine those, And it's going to take forever to process, and I don't know how much power we're going to be using. Doesn't seem like it's much. It's not much overall. And so that is good. I can make the dysprosium, and I'm going to do this all again off camera because it's going to take forever. But at least it's going to be progress, and I can continue doing other things. So let's see how our power is in general. We're losing power, but not too terribly. Now, I am close to another sextuple compressed cobblestone, which will get us up to 6. That's going to be the big time sink, and might delay this episode going out, solely because of that. So, while I have you guys in this little clip of in this time period for me, because I have a lot of work to do, I just want to get the fusion chamber up and running and kind of show it off. So this is going to work for what we want, getting especially the dysprosium. This is the bad thing. The luteum we can get from purpur, and there is ore, and the mendelvium we can get from wither skeleton skulls, which we can get from infinity dust blocks. And that's actually a pretty good way, since we have quite a bit of these. And so we could make, you know, almost a stack of them, 54. And these will give us half a stack of mendelvium each. So that is already 27 stacks, which is more than enough. In fact, let's just get... We're going to need 18 stacks. Minus what? Nothing. So if we just put those 36 in there, it will produce what we need, and we'll be able to get all of the mendelvium that we need. And then I can put that in here and forget about it. So that is actually done. That was easy. Luckily the loot crates things gave us a lot of that stuff. Luteum is not too bad. Purpur ore, ore, and I've used up all of the luteum ore that we have. So I have to get all this dysprosium and then start making the Nether Stars. You've seen that. It's not that hard. We have the hydrogen. That's kind of the big thing. We need 90 stacks of it. So that'll be fun. But let's see. We just got to go down to 110. And let's just go ahead and get, like, that much. And we'll put all that in there. And it will start filling that up. So, while I was doing all that work, I was searching for some stuff. So, which one to do first? So, let's start here. So, I went ahead and did my whole, let's make sure we are good and charged, and we have like, okay. Sometimes when I was out in the actual like end, I'd be out of range of the chunks, so we wouldn't have the squid ring working, and that's awful. But alright, so we have 2 trophies, correct? We need the evoker and the polar bear, and then we need the petition. The petition is the hardest thing to find. There is no information. Everybody has kind of said where most things are and all that kind of stuff, because I did have to look up. But the evoker trophy I found by going into my test world and flying around in spectator mode, because that's what I do. It's the easiest way to kind of get around and figure out where things are. And that one is not terrible, but it is. So where it is right over here, but we have to keep going down. It is pretty low in the world, and it is basically right behind here. So there is the secret room right there that we know about. It's over here. So the evoker trophy is right here. I found that one through, like I said, spectator mode. Now, the next one is the worst trophy out of all of them. And I'm not even joking on this. It is absolutely the worst. So the evoker is right here. So the polar bear trophy. And to find that one, I had to look it up. I actually found out where it is while I was doing research trying to figure out where the petition is. And that is another whole thing. But what we need to do, and this is awful, so awful, I need blocks. I guess we'll use sponges. Why not? Alright, so where is that? That is my frame of reference. So where the core was, the polar bear trophy is in that corner of the box. So yeah, it's awful. I don't even know if you can see it. You can kind of see it. There is a little bit of a like anomaly over there. But let's just go into the corner actually, and I think we should be able to just fall down. Yep, right there. It loaded in. Alright, so we're going to just put some blocks here. And this is where the polar bear is. It's awful. Alright, so can we get to the observatory from here? We can. So that is all of the trophies found. That is a pretty big achievement. The only one I actually technically looked up the exact location of is the polar bear. Everything else I found by flying around in creative mode, or spectator mode rather, because spectator mode is much better. Also, there is a secret behind this monument, I think. We can break these. No, it's not this one. It's this one. It's the trophy monument. There is actually a secret. I don't know if I got it or not. I guess we can find out together. Yes. So if we just dig through here, there's 2 uncommon rewards. That's it. I thought it was going to be the thing that we're after, but it's not. So let's go get the petition. Actually, let's open these real quick. Clinton, okay, nothing important. So, how do we get the petition? The petition was the hardest thing for me to figure out where it's at. What I had to do is I watched YouTube videos. There has been a lot of other people that's played through this map, and yeah, the big thing is that not many people completed the map like 100%, and I finally found somebody that did, and they told me exactly where the petition is, and it is in one of these secret spatial storage cells. I also found out if you go to, like, we are currently at 10,000 in the end. If you go to 10,000 negative 10,000, you can see like a development area. It's kind of cool. But we need to go to the space spheres because this is where the petition is. And if you know what the petition is, it makes it a lot easier to understand. So in the corner, right back there, there is a thing. There's a chest. And that is where the petition is. It's that easy. So we just need to get over there. And like I said, once you know what the petition actually involves, it makes a lot more sense. So here it is. Sign to make Pluto a planet again. That is the petition. Repair the injustice. I don't fully disagree. Pluto deserves to be a planet, but that is completely not related. So that is where the petition is. It is in the space spheres. You get the space spheres, and I think rare. I believe you get it in the rare loot crates. Yes, it is in the rare. And one other thing, Wild's Dream, the Wither spawner is actually behind blocks you can't break, and there's nothing else in there. I went and checked in spectator mode, so it is not terribly enticing. So now all we need is the extreme crafting table, block of evil infused iron, and septuple compressed cobblestone. So I'm gonna go work on those, and I'll come back once I'm ready to complete the monument. We will need to make the enchanter. That will not take... Actually, you know what? We're even gonna do that right now, so we can just be done with it. So there is the machine blocks, and then we should have some enchanted books. No, not here anyways. Let's go to the observatory. And holding. Why not? So now we should be able to make the enchanter. And this thing works if we break this and put it there. It does need to have power, but that's fine. We'll get that working once we are ready with the Nether Stars. So I will be back once I have all the Nether Stars and the Cobblestone. So yeah. Guess what? We're done. It took forever. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't the years that I was predicting. But yeah, so the Nether Stars, we have 18 Nether Stars. That is what we need. We need 2 for the evil infused iron, and we need 16 for the extreme crafting table. And that actually didn't take too long. The fusion reactor chamber thing, I still don't know what to call it. What does it? The fusion controller, the fusion system was pretty quick, and it didn't use a lot of power. I ended up making mostly just the dysprosium, but also a little bit of the lutetium. Everything else we had, and it was pretty easy to get done. It didn't take that long. What did take long was cobblestone. So down here I have 9 sextuple compressed cobblestone, which is in fact enough to make the septuple compressed cobblestone that we need. So that is probably the worst. I actually let this run overnight, and when I checked on it the next day, we had enough, so that was good. But unfortunately, it used all of our power. These machines running just eat up power, and while it is very fast, we didn't have the power supply to do it, and I never bothered making more than just the solar panels. So yeah, that's luckily that wasn't too big of a problem. However, we need power in order to use the enchanter to make the block of evil infused iron, which, by the way, we are not going to go with that method. We are going to make the ingots. We'll need to make 2 recipes of ingots, so we'll need 16 iron. Luckily, I have a ton of iron. To get the tungsten needed for the fusion chamber, I broke down a lot of iron ore, and then I just turned... I had so much iron elemental, element stuff, that I turned it into iron ingots, and I had a lot. So we're going to need 16 of those. And the enchanter does require power. Luckily, the alchemy lab, once again, saves us. We can steal this and head back to the observatory, and hopefully be able to finish this. So, first thing we need to do, we need to make the evil infused iron, and to do that, we put capacitor on here. Let's go ahead and have it configured. Oh, it was inputting. There we go. So 2 Nether Stars and 16 iron. That will process. It'll take a little bit of time. While we are waiting, let's go ahead and make the extreme crafting table. Now, a good thing about this whole world is that the applied energistic system is actually powered with a creative block hidden somewhere. I don't remember where. I looked and tried to find it because I was curious. And so we don't have to worry about this ever running out of power. It just takes a while to remember that it has power and is on when it reloads. So that is kind of a minor issue, but this is how we make the extreme crafting table. We need 8 crystal matrix ingots, which require 2 Nether Stars each and 4 diamond lattices each. So we're going to need half a stack of these, which is 5 diamonds each. We have plenty of diamonds, so I'm not worried about that. It's just a matter of getting them all. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then in the center, it requires a double compressed crafting table, which is 81 crafting tables. So we're going to need a stack. Let's just get 2 stacks. And that will work just fine. Oh, it's, yeah, not that many. So there is the double compressed crafting table. And the extreme crafting table. Perfect. So there is 2 of the blocks that we need. And now, let's just pop up here. And is this done yet? Almost. About another 40 seconds. Do we have any upgrades? Speed upgrades? Yes, we do. Can we use those? Sure we can. Cool. So there is the evil infused iron. We need 9 of them. And let's just pop down here and craft up the block of evil infused iron. So this is it. The monument is complete otherwise. So we have all of the trophies, and I've considered, you know, do I want to make like a really short video that is documenting where all of the trophies are? Maybe. Let me know if you want that, but I don't know if I'll make that. We have all of the metal blocks. That was easy enough. That's normal progression. The only one that's kind of easy to miss is the Lars. Just because it is in the center of, is it the Omega wavelength? It's in that center area, and not everybody's going to go in there. And then we have this. So the petition, hardest thing in the game to find. Retlo, pretty easy, just right up there. And then we have the extreme crafting table, which gives us 8 legendary rewards. A block of evil infused iron, which gives us 12 epics. Fair. And the septuple compressed cobblestone gives us 4. That shouldn't be 4. That should be like 20. And let's go ahead and open these back at the observatory. But the monument is completed completely. So we're done with this map finally. It took a couple more episodes than I expected, but for all things considered, this was a much shorter. Oh, hey, some luteum. Useless. Nothing too great. 12 legendaries. Hey, we got the cache of diamond blocks. That is completely full with diamond blocks. All the diamonds you could ever want. Do I have a crescent hammer? Let's just pop that off. It contains 20,000 diamond blocks. What else we get? A couple ender helms, more flight type things. Cool. So yeah, all things considered, this map was a little bit shorter than the other ones in the series. I fully expected that we'd be going to the Nether and it was going to be absolutely horrendous, or, you know, going at least to the overworld and it was going to be confusing. But I'm kind of glad that it wasn't. It was very straightforward and whatnot. But it definitely was shorter than the other materials. But that being said, this is still a good mod pack. I despise not being able to break everything, especially around the base. And I understand the reason for that. So I mentioned this earlier in the episode, but for me that was yesterday. But in order to try to find the petition, I did go to Greninja-san, who is the map maker, one of the map makers. I think they did most of the map making. And I was watching, one of the few videos that they have on their YouTube is a stream kind of going through this map. And yeah, the big reason, apparently it wasn't liked by the developers that you can't break every block, but the big reason for it was to kind of prevent the player from breaking out of here early and, you know, getting into this section and specifically going and dealing with all of this. Which, speaking of which, while we're kind of chatting, we can go get rid of these spawners finally. But yeah, these skeletons are awful, and luckily they're also really dumb. But cool. So yeah, just trying to prevent the player from escaping and getting out into this area early, because it was kind of intended to be progression. So I understand that, but it's still really annoying to not be able to customize the base. And of course they use the laboratory blocks and the glowing glass, clear glass, and factory blocks. The laboratory blocks and the factory blocks are so prolific in most maps that use chisel because they look nice. And so it is kind of annoying not to be able to, you know, just kind of customize things. But I also understand the whole idea of limiting where the player can go early. But that being said, I was kind of surprised that there was no Nether or Overworld. For the record, I guess we can collect. I never did collect these. Let's go ahead and get all these crates. What do we have? 4 station crates. Bunch of stuff. Nothing too important. And 3 epics. Signs and some leggings. Cool. So yeah, it was a good map overall. I do enjoy it. This one is definitely shorter. And I think that it was intended that there was going to be more content, especially with like the community created stuff, but it just never happened, which it's understandable. But that being said, that is it for Material Energy 5 Entity. We have completed it. The monument is done. The map is completed. We saw the credits. And we've completed every quest that we possibly can without going into creative mode, because that's the only way. Unfortunately, this quest is bugged. I don't know if that was ever fixed, because I don't... So once I download a map, I don't update it, because I don't like breaking quests and having to restart and all that kind of stuff. Just in case things go wrong, I just don't update unless there is something significant. And a lot of times with updates, things will change. Things will be moved, and it's just bad. I don't like it. So I never update. Maybe it's fixed in a different update. I don't actually know if there are any newer ones than the one I'm currently playing. And yeah, I guess I can show off this last thing before we go. But yeah, what's next for the series? Well, no more Material Energy as far as I'm aware. There's a couple maps that I had started playing a couple years ago at this point that are on my desktop computer, but I'm probably not going to restart those anytime soon. Until I fix my computer, I will probably not do anything with that. But yeah, this is the Wither spawner, and it is not breakable. Ow. Anyways, that is going to be it for this episode and this series. I do have a new thing planned to kind of replace this series, which you'll see probably next week. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!